The name of Savage Radley came from the book To Kill a Mockingbird. To Kill a Mockingbird was the first book I read that I realized words can have deeper meaning than how they're presented. And the way Harper Lee went about that and how it ties in to her relationship to the South and what she had to say about it, I think are elements that I've always wanted to portray in my own work. I have a responsibility to talk about hard things in the South and to talk about the beautiful things and the good people that are here. I have lived in Murray since 2008 when I went to college there to study philosophy.
Savage Radley met in Murray. The first shows and first concerts that we did were on the campus.
Growing up in Murray, I mean, I was really fortunate to be a part of like a really good band program that taught me a lot about like music, and they forced me to like, you know, learn scales and stuff like that. Even though I didn't maybe take to it super early. It's a college town more than anything else, and they have a big music school.
Murray, Kentucky, where our group is based out of, we have a heavy post-punk scene, and that has affected the way we go about what we do. The snow's all gone and the grass is green, unlike it was before.
The Murray music scene has a very strong presence and influence on the Savage Radley and many other bands and musical projects that are sprouting in the Jackson Purchase area.
There's a record store called Terrapin Station, and that's really the epicenter. It's like a free place to kind of express whatever you want to express. You can play really loud, aggressive music there, and the crowd's probably going to enjoy it. And you can strip everything back and do a really laid-back set, and the crowd's probably going to enjoy it. So having that is like a super valuable asset to the community.
Because a lot of the material is focused around the river where I'm from, the Mississippi, I called it Delta folk, because we're folk. I'm from the Delta. I'm originally from Hickman, Kentucky, which is a small little river town on the Mississippi, most western tip of Kentucky. Hickman has been very influential on how I view the world, on how I write my music. There's a lot of elements to my last record, Kudzu, that are very specific to where I'm from. I feel like they're really powerful images. I don't think that just because they're very specific to where I grew up in Hickman, Kentucky, that other people can't imagine them and understand their value like I do.
Savage Radley, if I can identify it as a sound, there seems to be this nostalgic sound for Western Kentucky, and not just limited to the people in Western Kentucky, but also the scenery and the various feelings that you get living here, being raised here.
The Savage Radley is really Shayna's songs. She has the lyrics, melody, all that stuff is sort of figured out by the time she brings it to the band. It's just a matter of adding on instrumentation. The same process that you would do to write a piece of fiction is is kind of where we're coming from in trying to write an album or a song, or it's all kind of part of the same story that is from our personal experiences.
If you're writing something that doesn't suit or honor what the song is calling for, it'll come out, and it won't allow you to finish it that way.
I think creating music to me is second nature. I don't know what it's like to not do it.
I think what makes music good is going to have to come down to some sort of relatability, and you can look back at different points in time and say, like, I was listening to this song when this was going on. So anytime you hear that song, you can replay that moment. The other side of it is that if you don't like where you're at a certain point in life, just change what you're listening to and you're going to redefine that chapter in your life, right? Like, you can actively use it as a way of moving yourself forward.
There have been moments where someone has said that they've been touched or affected by our performance or our songs, and I think that's as good of a salary as anybody could hope for in life, to be a positive influence on others.